Morning, ladies, and you few guys that are still here. Oh, that was crazy yesterday, last night, with the guys over here, and then my first live thing last night. That was kind of interesting. Sorry it was so boring on just staring at the one picture. But it was a last minute prep. See, what actually happened is I was playing around with the live thing and I scheduled one thinking that, because Scott said Charles was going to email me the link to the software that we use. We don't use the YouTube software, we use a different outside source. And so Scott saw the notification. He calls me and says, "You go live?" Well, I go, "Yeah, if you send me the link." So he sent me the link, and Charles and I tried to do it over the phone, but it's just easier if, you know, I just come and show you instead of, because the screen doesn't always show up the same thing on everybody's computer the same way. Like, you know, laptop, PC, pad, whatever, displays things differently. So anyway, they just jumped in the Jeep and came on over. Oops, sorry. Just moving my little table and bump the tripod. And so anyway, Charles came over and we straightened it out and got it all set up. So I only had to click one button and start streaming. That was pretty good. If I can get back to that point again by myself, that would be remarkable. We will see. But I don't know if I'm going to be doing a lot of live stuff, but that'll be perfect for when I actually do the studio videos, like the ceramics and stuff. I'll do that stuff live. And it sure would be neat if YouTube had a way that comments could, you know, be changed from text on the screen to actual sound in the speaker. But they do that. How do they do that? I guess they call in. Call in for podcasts. I don't know. Yeah, I guess, yeah, because like Scott called me last night when I was live. So anyway, oh, let's put on the pump. So what will eventually happen is this fountain pump will start gurgling in the morning in the light, when it first light. But then I need to have an auxiliary to have it going after dark. So I can't do it on a dawn to dusk thing. The big one by the pyramid, now that can go dawn to dusk. One of these days we get it all together and have a big party. Next year, in August, will be the 20th anniversary in this house. Got here in August of '99 in this house here. And boy, has it changed. Good morning, bud. How's my big boy? Is your nose getting closer to my cookies and my chocolate? Don't you do that. Jasper, why do you always come out and sniff his butt when he's saying good morning to me? Huh? Stop it. Don't be jealous. Don't you boys be jealous. Okay, back up. You're going to spill my stuff. Go, 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 go. 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 Come on. Oh, Jasper, okay, go on. Jasper went back in the house, so go on, lay down. Go on. Zerky, zerky, zerky. So anyway, there was somebody new on there, I think his name's Jeff, telling me that he didn't come here to hear about politics. Well, sorry, but you came to the wrong place then. Because I talk about politics just about every time I do a wake and bake. Isn't that right, guys? Are you kidding? It's one of my favorite topics to talk about. One of the cornerstones of the Trinity of Evil. Zircon, back off. Lay down. Thank you. Kind of hard to put a cookie in my mouth with your nose in the way. Jeez. Right up in your face. I'm eating my last 2 burnt cookies. Which means I'll probably be making more cookies that I won't burn. Guarantee it. But yeah, I was a political science major from San Francisco State. I was a criminal justice major at one time also. I changed my major a lot. Otherwise, universities get mad at you for not following a curriculum. Unless you're independently wealthy and you can take whatever classes you want. But I pretty much took whatever classes I want. I did all the prerequisites for their curriculum. And then I did my own curriculum. Because the only reason I was there is for information and knowledge, not to get a degree, not to waste time taking classes that I don't want. I never took trigonometry because I could care less about trigonometry. The original basic math before the new math was better because it's still rare today that I find people in a store that can count you to change back the way that we did when we were kids. They need a computer to tell them how they put in the computer how much money you gave them, and then the computer tells them how much to return. That's sad. That's sad. And I can do it in my head faster than the computer and the other guy's head can figure it out. Because when I tender the money, it's usually in a combination so I'll get clean change back. You know what I'm saying? And lots of times I just walk away and let them keep the coins. You know, what the value is coins these days. And that few cents that you leave behind, you know, the coins you leave behind will just go to the whatever clerk you were using, and you know, pay for their cup of coffee. In fact, you just start telling people, keep the change and buy a cup of coffee. You know, have a cup of coffee on me. This is, you know, a small gesture. And it doesn't cost you nothing. Otherwise, those, you know, whatever. I'd rather do that one-on-one to a person than stick it in a bucket, you know, on the counter that they have that's anonymous going to some organization. For, you know, kids or pets. Because the kids or pets don't get the money. The adults that are running the collection do. And rarely does a kid or a pet get a choice on how that money's spent. Unbelievable. Like all the millions that federal aid that's supposed to come to Big Island that old Schatz was talking about, the county's going to get reimbursed for all the expenditures that they spent putting up blockades and shit. That money's not going to go to anybody's house. That goes to the public coffers, and private property owners still fucking, you know, they're on their own. Unless you got connections or know somebody in the good old boys club that we have as the government here. Or if you were in a church and got one of those dog houses, otherwise you're like Cindy, who have to you know, just get back on their feet on their own. Shouldn't be hard to do, I guess. You've got skill. It's not as good a skill as knowing how to build things, because you can clean a house and be done in a day, but to build a house you got to keep coming back day after day. Unless you live there, then you don't have to go anywhere. You can just stay where you are and build day after day. This is what I've opted out for. So, before the sun gets to the other side of the garage, I'm going to weld that other wheel axle. I got one on, welded one up last night before Scott got here. Damn, that big fish sure is tearing up the ground. I'm going to get looking for more of that cat food. There you go. He's going after that cat food now. Yeah. He's not shy. He's getting fed. He just likes living underneath those lily pads more than anything else. Probably going to eat all the lilies. Oh. But yeah, that Kavanaugh is guilty as the day is long, boy. I've never seen such a guilty frat boy get up in front of, you know, the schoolmaster and, oh, I didn't do it, I didn't do it. The world's going to be fucked up. The whole country's going to be in trouble for this. Everybody's gonna like blue. What the ego on that guy, huh? It's like, oh my God. Oh, I've been a victim. I've been victimized by this. I mean, you know, and he's a judge. And it was nothing about his emotional crybaby crap. I would think that a judge that's going to be on the Supreme Court would have been a stone-faced, cool, calm, and collected. And no, it was totally all over the place about him. Wah, wah, I've always treated women. I've never. He's a lying sack of pus. I mean, if anybody, whoever has kids, can't tell that kid is lying, then, you know, you're a tool. And he's definitely lying. And especially people that are younger than you are easy to tell if they're lying. Usually if someone's like 20 years older than me, and they got a good line going, and they don't break their joke, then it, you know, it can be believable. But when youngsters try and pull off the same steam, and I call Kavanaugh a youngster. He's 10 years at least younger than I am. What is he, 53 or something? And yeah, he's full of shit. He's full of shit. Getting all red in the face and all flustered. Nervous. Boy, was... I can't believe that he acted that way, and he's had so many people in that hot seat in his life. So it did him a world of good to be grilled and be put on the stand. Nothing better. And this whole, oh, the Democrat this, and you know, it's a big, that's BS. Nobody's gonna, no woman's gonna get up and mess up her life by going on national TV saying that she was a rape victim. For why? The DNC giving her millions of dollars? No. Is there any amount of money that any woman would go humiliate herself like that if it wasn't true? No. So for all the Republicans that think that that's all blah, 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 they're idiots. But, you know, the Democrats are idiots. The Republicans need to wake up and stop going, it's the left, it's the right, it's the left, it's the right. No, it's you millionaires arguing over this, it's the left and the right. While the rest of us have to watch this bullshit. You don't even report about the murders going on around the world. You know, that we're killing people all around the world. But they don't report on that. They report on this soap opera, sex scandal, drama bullshit. It's all orchestrated. It's all intentional. And it's all to keep you not paying attention to. Because there's nothing else in the world going on right now. You know, seriously. I'm so sick of this fake soap opera stuff. But I had to watch the hearings yesterday. I just had to. I watched Anita Hills. And I didn't believe the men either time. Lying sacks of shit. You know that guy was a frat boy in college on the football team. The big head ego guy who bought all the tickets for the game at Fenway Park and rented the bus with mommy's credit card. You know that boy is a privileged, spoiled, rotten, thinks he can just like have any girl he wanted in high school, and he just lay on him with his big fat ass. You know? Typical dumpy kind of guy. I've known hundreds of assholes like him. Hundreds. And that's probably why I'm a feminist. I've also lived with hundreds of males at one time. Yeah. And it's like the military. Men are assholes by themselves. And when they live by themselves and there's nothing but men around, they're fucking assholes. I got news for you. Better like take a smoke break here. Half my cocoa's gone and I've just been ranting. Hey, I'm gonna douse you today with vinegar. We'll try that. 333 sent us a link. And I know it works on the ground. I guess I could put it on you guys. It won't hurt you. And we got some organic apple cider vinegar, so I'll use that. And since they don't like the spray bottle, I think a hot wash rag is a good idea. I'll just go around and lop them all with a hot wash rag in a bucket. They'll all sit for that. They like hot water. Oh, yeah. So, politics. Now, let's go to economics. This whole China thing, the economic sanctions and tariffs is a non-bombing war. It's just an economic war, which can be a prelude to actual war. And Trump is a complete... We knew he would be. We knew he'd be a crazy son of a bitch. I didn't vote for either one of them. And a third-party candidate vote is really not viable at this time until they're allowed on national TV with the other two bullshit parties. Like any other country on the planet that has more than just two parties. I mean, shit. Germany and France got 3-4 parties. What the hell's wrong with America? Two party. You know? Horse shit. So Mike, yeah, you want to shovel some shit today? I'll take you out there. It's like, we want to shovel some more shit. All right. Well, I need to clean up the stable, even though Mango's not been in it for a few days. He's liking it over there. Because that grass seed I planted months ago is like all over and it's growing thick. And I can see he's eating it and he's loving it. And he's putting on some pounds. Eating that better grass than what I have over here. But then I took the rest of the bag and went out and seeded all my property. My front lawn and all these walkways. I spread that good horse seed down. But hey, that's something if somebody wanted to send me something I could use, is another sack of that seed. Where is that bag at? And it was on Amazon. Oh, here. I'll show you what it is. This it's called X-Seed, and it's pasture land overseed premium forage mix, and it's yeah, anyway, it's that bag there. If anybody wants to have one of those sent, that would be awesome. That there is the lady in the recliner that I forget who said, I forget who that was, said she wanted to. There she is. Good spot in front of the purple planter where she shows up better. Yeah, kind of cool. Take a picture. If I take a picture, does this have to restart? Let's see. Yeah, I think when I take a picture, it stops the video. So I took one and started the video again. It doesn't matter how seamless that is. Alright? I don't know what that skull's looking down in the pond at. It looks like they're looking in the water. It fell over. I thought I'd pick it up, but actually, it looks like they're looking at the fish. Kind of funny. Kind of sort of funny. Oh, my aching neck. All right, fire that thing back up. So, yeah, that was pretty cool live. Oh, we gotta catch the kitty. We gotta catch the kitty. She's just like right there in the sun. So pretty, kitty. Opal kitty. Let me take a picture of that too. Huh, kitty? Opal. Kitty, kitty. Good job, kitty. That was a nice picture. We'll leave it on you for a little bit. Ah. What's up, Chris? You awake? So politics, economics, and religion. I don't even want to go into religion today. It's just so insipid. Huh. That flower, it looks like it needs some water. It's getting kind of droopy. I need to have a automatic feed to this potted plant because I never remember to water plants. Never, ever. I mean, you know, you don't water plants here. Don't have a lawn sprinkler. Don't have a garden hose that I use except to put water in the tank here, which I could go turn off. Okay, kitty, you left the spot. Now they're just staring at the grass. That wasn't very cool. I guess because I left, you left. There's a different frame. How's that? Ooh. Don't need nothing but a good time. How can I resist? Huh, kitty? Ha! Don't need nothing but a good time. But a good time. But a good time. Get better than this. No. It don't get better, baby. It don't get better than this. When I saw poison at in Colorado at Fiddler on the Green, or no, it was it Fiddler on the Green or was it Red Rocks? No, it was Fiddler on the Green. And saw him for free. Another one of those looking for a scalping ticket. I think I told you this story before. Ran, you know, a group of people in a limousine who were watching me talk to scalpers and saw me smoking a joint decided like they'd give me a ticket if I got them high. So I got in the back of the limousine, smoked them all out, and we all went inside, and I sat with them with their extra ticket. And that's the way life was back in the 80s. The 80s were kind of cool. Back in those days, I didn't give a rat's ass about politics, religion, or economics. My economics were fine. So anyway, yesterday's video of the shop, the video cut out just as I dropped the cement mixer off the trailer. So me lifting it back up is, isn't on video, and I don't know where it cut out. Well, that's where it cut out. So me backing it up and all that, and starting the welding didn't show, but I almost like busted that camera too when I was lifting up the cement mixer, bringing it to my chest like I did that sheep. I could have took out the black camera yesterday pretty easy. Luckily I didn't. That's the deal having a body cam. You can smash the camera when you pull things to your chest because at a moment's notice, heavy weight, you got to grab it. Let's back out a little bit so we can get that sun coming in on the top of the foliage there. Now, does that look like an obscene fireman's helmet kind of thing? A phallic orifice? I suppose it could be a mammary. Quick, get a suckling baby, stick it on there. But I like round things, obviously. I hate angular, industrial, sharp edge kind of stuff, modern, void of detail kind of stuff. These stupid spec houses they build are like wall-to-wall carpet to the baseboard, and there's no baseboard. It's just wall to rug. Boom. Oh, clean line. No, there's a reason for baseboards. That's to keep the mice from eating through the bottom of your wall, dummies. But they don't even have chair moldings anymore, or picture moldings anymore. People, yeah, gone down a rabbit hole. In the future, people will be just living in concrete bunkers anyway. As you see in those dystopian fictional movies of, the future, no one's like painting their house or fixing up the yard or cleaning up, everything has just gone to shit, so no one gives a shit anymore, and everything is a mess, and sad. And that kind of thing, if I was in one of those dystopian nightmares in a city or something, I'd probably end up in a museum or a library where antiquities remain, if there were any. I love the study of history and antiquities, and if you don't know where you come from, you don't know what to avoid in the future. Good morning there, headbutt. All right, Chris. Almost time. Woo! Chris! Oh, woo! Woo! All right, everybody. Thank you. Oh, woo! Oh, woo! So I'm going to do some welding today. Going to slide a washer over that axle I did yesterday and weld the washer for a backstop on the wheel. Then all I need is those plumbing caps and a washer on the front. Bada bing, bada boom. I got new wheels on my cement mixer. I'll be able to tow that puppy all over the yard. And then run a 100-foot extension cord to it and I'm good to go. And if we have to do it someplace else, we'll hook up the generator behind that and have a little choo-choo train and bring the generator with us if we need to do cement like way out in the boonies. But in the past, like when I did fence posts next door, I actually had to do cement all along the fence line next door to keep from Jasper from slipping underneath the fence over there when they first did that. So you just put it in 5-gallon buckets and, you know, carry it out. You know, 2 half buckets, and you take it out and you dump that and you go back and get more. You're essentially a mule. We don't have wetbacks here. Yeah, I said wetback. That's what they call them in California. You know, the ones that supposedly illegal immigrants that hang out at the Standard brand paints or in San Mateo. That's where they hung out. But I'd go by and give them a job. Easiest place to get labor on day labor. Where you could pay somebody cash money, not like, you know, manpower where you gotta do a bunch of. No, actually, when we did, I did use manpower in New Orleans, and they sent down 4 laborers, Haitians, and only one of them spoke English. And he was the one that ended up getting a sliver up his fingernail, and they all left to take him to the hospital. They were not really good. But them guys I hired in San Francisco to dig the ditch for the retaining wall, damn, better than a backhoe. Couldn't have got a backhoe in where they got in. Nothing like manual labor. And I was right there in the ditch with them, digging them, setting the pace. Because if you work with labor, they're gonna look pretty sad if you're working harder than they are. And I'll never have anybody do a job that I wouldn't do myself. Like, I'm not gonna ask somebody to do something that, you know, I wouldn't do myself. Because I've done it myself. I've done it all. Washed toilets, shoveled shit, washed dishes. What's up, man? Sorry, Jasper, I had to go get in and get another joint. I ain't done. I got out early enough. Well, I guess these will add up to about 40 minutes so far, so we got another little bit of time. 7 to 8 in the morning is a good time to do this. After 8 o'clock, too freaking hot. And the lawyer sent the letter to the email association to get that wrapped up soon. It's feasible, if they don't mess around, that could have that big pond in by the end of the year. It'd be a hell of a Christmas present. Yeah. So I think August 5th of next year, I'm going to have a party. I think it was the 5th. The 1st or the 5th. Yeah, I think it was August 1st. I think it's just you had to pay rent by the 5th. I think we moved in here on the 1st. Had that Mercedes 240D when I moved in here, and that Dodge. We sold that. We didn't sell that Dodge. We towed that Dodge to the Hilo dumps. I remember. Then conked out. It was only a $700 car. Then we had the Mercedes, and my truck was on just a frame. I didn't have that even start. Well, I had the engine rebuilt, and that was it. So it had an engine and the frame on it, and we towed it down here and started building it up. When I moved in here, and it took a few years. Got it finished in '02. The only reason it took a few years is because Dave, took Dave a couple years to get his shop together so I could get it over there to finish it in his shop, his welding shop, over in Ocean View. But by October '02, got it on the road legally. And it's been on the road for 16 years since, huh? Not bad. It'll be on the road for another 16 years. Or longer. It'll be on the road after I'm gone. Oh yeah. And it's running good. It seems like everything is doing good on it. I'm gonna go for a cruise here one of these days soon. Almost went to Uncle Robert's this week. It's just so hard for me to, like, you know, get motivated to go out in the nighttime by myself. It's funny though, because in the first half of my life, that's all it was about, or the middle part of my life. From when, as a teenager and first started going out, life was about going out at night. And when you live in a city, I guess that's what it's about. But not out here. Because the best time of the day is now. In the morning, when the sun's coming up, the air is fresh, everything is quiet, your brain's sharpest. You know, the beginning of a new day is always the best. Boy, I gotta pull that stuff off the pyramid. The whole side of it's growing up like a mountain. Look at that. Look at that grass growing on the left side of it. Well, not that side, but that side's growing. It's more than halfway up the thing. On that sunny side. I ought to put some strawberries on there and have strawberries grow up the pyramid. But yeah, it's definitely time to pull the growth back down. One day that, you know, when someone stops doing that, it'll grow up and be a green pyramid. Which would be okay, but it deteriorates the pyramid because the roots grow on the cement, turns the cement to dirt, and makes it crumble. Anyway, I did turn the water off, it's just the fountain's still going. So that's a good water line there where the water's right up to the turtle's chin. That's if the turtle can up to his lip, then it's totally full. But right now it's just recirculating pretty much. But yeah, I'm gonna be renting the Bobcat soon, because the whole area behind here, and that's gonna be the other part of the pond, I need to excavate with the Bobcat. Unless I can hire somebody to come in here and like wants to dig into, you know, that's back-breaking work, ripping up roots and stuff. So much easier with hydraulic equipment. And I could get the Bobcat in there pretty far, except for the last by the porch, but who knows, I might even make it go L-shaped, or how about all the way around that little porch so it's like a U-shape. Uh-oh, my brain is growing the pond already. Well, we can't get too close to that lychee tree because those roots can undermine it. Anyway, alright guys, it was a great morning, good rant, and yeah, if you don't want to hear anybody talking about politics, this ain't the place. Uh-oh, I see a little dead fishy in the water, a guppy. I wonder if the coil is. Where's my picture up there? Where's my thing, bastard? Where's the cockroach picker upper? I can't find my cockroach picker upper. Oh well. I'll do that later. Alright you guys, see you in the shop. Oh yeah, one more thing I have to say. That since I'm not Republican or Democrat, that I believe Dr. Ford, because no one's going to get up and do what she did unless she's got more ethics than that judge. She's a true patriot. She's an American patriot. To get up and speak truth to power is the greatest thing you can do, to be a patriot. And that's what I see her as. FYI. I know it! And you know, we defend women, children, and animals. Stupid white men can fend for themselves. Aloha.